my own nonprofit called Shibomi Children's Corporation, where we enrich lives and promote culture. And when people ask me, how did this happen? I say, I stayed focused on my dreams. So I've got to tell you a little bit about myself, and I just want you to be honest with me in this room. My mother always said, stay focused, be present. And when you're a young kid growing up, especially in colonial Nigeria after the British gave us our independence, you cannot talk back to your parents. That's a complete no-no. So whatever they tell you, you take it to heart. I didn't know what she meant. Stay focused, be present. I'm like, what is this woman saying? But then as you go through life, and I want you to be honest, the mother-daughter relationship is one of the most important relationships in your life. But it is also the relationship that holds you hostage. Who can confess that? So, I'm the third of 5 children, and I'm the middle. So that means I have middle child syndrome. Can you tell? I don't fit in. I have 2 older brothers I have to listen to, because in traditional Nigerian households, the male, you have to listen to your 2 older brothers. And then I had a younger brother and a younger sister who I had to take care of. And so my mother says, you are the baby mommy. When I am not here, the house is in your hand. And that was a huge responsibility. But as I've grown up, I've realized it has shaped my life and made me who I am today. So, let's talk about my story. It's called Classmates and the Trickery of Life. So I was privileged, and I have my auntie here and a childhood friend here. I was privileged to attend the best high school in Lagos, Nigeria, and it's called Queen's College. And it's in Lagos, and you have to be an exceptional student to get in. So my mother said, you got in, I will pay your tuition, but you better stay focused. Repeat it with me. Stay focused. So that was my mother saying, if I'm paying this tuition, you better stay focused. I said, this woman has started again. So when I was in the equivalent of the 9th grade, she came to my school. And the teacher was very impressed, said to her, because it's not like the American grading system. If you get a 60, it's an A. It's a D. If you get a 70, it's a C. If you get an 80, it's a B. And if you get a 90, it's an A. So the teacher said to her, she probably did well. She got an 88. Now, you don't say that to a Nigerian mother. She turned to me, and she turned to the teacher. She said, so, you got 88. The child who got 100, do they have 2 heads? And the teacher said, she got the highest score, 88. My mother said, please, I'm paying the tuition. 88 is not good enough. So I remained focused. I was present. So all throughout high school, I was the nerdy kid. I know you can't tell that to me because I think out of life. But I was a skinny kid. They used to call me Ghost because I was so skinny. I was a size 2. And I wore these thick, nerdy glasses. So I did what my mother said. I went to school. I was the first girl of 5 children. So I focused. I was the teacher's pet. I did everything the teacher said. I helped. I was not like the popular girls. I did not have on the good clothes. I was not like the rich kids who came to school with chauffeur-driven drivers, because we have that British parochial system. So my mother was a civil servant for the Lagos State government, and she also had a business on the side where she ran a liquor store in Nigeria. If you know Surulere, you know they had a big mall. Well, my mother ran the biggest liquor store there. And so my job as baby mommy was on Tuesdays and Thursdays, get up, and when the guys came to deliver the liquor, our garage was the warehouse. I would have to meet them, and my mother is a typical African mother. Listen, do not give any truck driver my money until you count all the bottles in that carton, because if I miss one bottle, I will kill you. Really think your mother will kill you, but that's how African mothers spoke. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would be dressed in my school uniform with my backpack, and I would order, and I guess that's why I'm a bold person. That's why I speak my mind, because my mother made me this way. So sorry. All the people my boldness has offended. But I would tell them, good morning, sir. Park the car. Oh, yeah, bring the cartons. I'm going to check them before I pay it. And they would follow me, yes, baby mommy, yes, baby mommy. Because they knew if they didn't do what I said, they would not get paid. So throughout my life, I've been called bold. I've been called, you are too confident. Because I had to be tough. Because I was baby mommy. And then as I went through school, I looked at all my friends. They could do what they wanted. But at the back of my head, whatever your mother said to you, stop there. Stay focused. So I said, I don't want to get in trouble. See how she embarrassed me in 9th grade when she came to my school. So let me behave myself. Let me be the teacher's friend. Let me do what she wants. So as I go through life, I see the kid who never did their homework. And you say, what happened? Because we know life. Life is not like the classroom. Life is a trickery. Life is that mischievous storyteller where you can never predict the ending. So last year, I turned 60 and I had a 60th birthday party. And I had people I grew up with, high school with, because of course, with my boldness and my forwardness, I started in 2010 the Association of Children from the high school I went to. So as I stood at my 60th birthday party, and I looked around the room, and I said, isn't that Harold, who never did his homework? Well, guess what? Harold owns a mansion in Florida.